don't know who's leading this.
Thanks.
It's legislation.
Go for it.
Okay, so legislation, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. I guess I should. It's 3/28, March 28th at 6:53 p.m. All the same people are in attendance as the last meeting.
Except Stacy's now here.
Stacy is now
Yeah.
here. Councilperson Cost is now
I'm
here.
still sick.
So, okay, let's,
All right, we have several different ordinances and resolutions that are going to be on the agenda tonight. So we actually have some questions I know from everybody on here. So if you guys just want to go down the list, and then if we have any minutes left over, I think the only other thing that we really wanted to talk about was the logos and see if we can get that moving forward. So, all right, I'm just going to.
all right, Ordinance 06/2024 is an ordinance enacting the municipal motor vehicle license fee pursuant to 4504.172 and 4504.173 of the Ohio Revised Code. The point tonight is to do our second reading on this and to waive the third reading, and then 30 days it would go into effect.
And I thought on the first one we couldn't waive the readings. Is there a reason why we can do them
can't
now?
pass as an emergency.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yep. Any questions, on that one? Okay. Ordinance 07-2024 is an ordinance amending Part 16 of the codified ordinances of the Village of Minerva Park and amending the zoning map of the village and declaring an emergency. So I don't really know anything about this one.
This one's fire code.
Yeah, this is the fire code. Are we passing it as an emergency? Did Jesse ask if we could?
After 3 readings, you certainly,
Or-
I'm going to say suspend the rules in this case. I mean,
Yeah, so I think the only question is do we really need to do that? And if so, maybe we can skip this one for a minute and let's ask Jesse when he gets here.
He's not coming.
Oh, he's not coming tonight.
So what I will tell you is, there's no problem with letting this go to a second reading, and there needs to be a discussion. You can have a discussion, and then Jesse will obviously be here at the next 2 meetings.
Okay. And will he be here at the work session next week?
Yes.
Okay, so we can discuss it then if we
Right.
need to. Okay.
Intend to waive the reading.
So then let's just do a reading tonight on this. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Because I don't really know much about it. I know we've asked for this, but I'd like to know a little bit more about what we're doing. Okay, thank you. All right, and then ordinance 08-2024, an ordinance amending sections 204.04 of the codified ordinances of the Village of Minerva Park. This one is
The logo.
Logos or symbols of the village,
Yeah,
not
okay.
not limited to the flag symbols, police symbols, maintenance vehicles.
okay.
Is it that language?
And this is just the first reading.
It's any logo that, I think it's changing the way that that it can be approved. And
It was removing the community, we need to post it to the community for 2 weeks.
Oh, gotcha.
So basically, council can approve it, is what we've decided to change it to. And it's just a first reading, so.
it can be
discuss
recommended,
that.
yeah, by a mayor or council.
Okay, and then resolution 2024-09 is a resolution of authorizing the purchase of employee dishonesty and faithful performance of duty policy and applying that policy to the village's fiscal officer and assistant fiscal officer, and that's a first reading. No clue. You want to explain, do you know?
I don't know. Where are we at?
It's dishonesty and faithful performance.
This has to do with the bond.
It's a surety bond.
It's the surety bond.
And it covers, it's an insurance policy that covers the village if an employee would do something wrong, the village is covered.
Yeah, if they were being dishonest.
To embezzle money.
Yes. Yes.
So this is something we didn't have that we're renewing, or something that we
I think something we need.
do not currently have?
Correct.
I believe that is the case.
Do we know what the purchase cost is?
Okay, what's the premium on that bad boy?
Is it in the?
First reading. That's my answer.
Discuss
Okay,
next time.
great, perfect. All right, and then resolution 2024-10, a resolution authorizing and approving the execution of a contract with blank for inspection, cleaning, and video recording of certain sanitary and storm sewer lines. I assume this is something like.
Okay, so I'm going to take 100% blame because I love doing that when it is my fault. Mike asked us to do this 2 weeks ago. I did not do it 2 weeks ago. It is up for first reading tonight. We already have a bid from one person. We have submitted it to a second person. As soon as I hear from that second person, we're going to move forward. So by the next reading, this is the first reading, we are going to ask you guys eventually to waive one of the readings to stay on target with him. But that's only because I will 100% take the blame, I forgot to put legislation on 2 weeks ago.
I mean,
And if we don't need to, we won't, but,
yeah, I don't think you need to.
okay,
You don't need to waive a reading
Okay.
on it. I wasn't even sure if you needed to actually pass legislation for it
okay,
because of the contract value. I think each
Oh,
of the
yeah.
contracts is under $30,000.
yeah.
And I don't remember what your threshold is.
75, I think?
No, not bidding.
That's the bid.
Bidding is 75. I mean, I don't know what the threshold is for the mayor to sign an agreement without it
Gotcha.
being approved by council. So, I mean,
Okay,
either way though, I don't think you need to waive a reading.
Okay, we'll just keep going, but yes, we were supposed to do it 2 weeks ago, we didn't, now we're doing it. And we have a name from the first people that gave us the estimate, and the prices are great. But I had actually talked to someone on the phone that day, and they were asking me, hey, do you guys have any of these sewer projects? And I was like, yeah. So I forwarded them all of the information, and I'll give them a couple days to respond, and if we don't hear anything by the Monday before this next meeting, we'll get moving.
perfect. Okay, now all of legislation.
All right, does
Move
any?
to adjourn?
Second.